Okay, let's do a little bit of updating. That's the best way to say it. I have heard that AEW is going to be moving to Tuesdays, which is great. So the thoughts I've had right now is, what am I going to do with Smackdown Live? Because I don't do Raw reviews anymore because they drove me insane. And right now the product really sucks. And since they're now doubling it on SmackDown right now, there's no point in even looking at Raw. Just look at SmackDown to continue what happened on Raw. And they really fill you in, which is garbage anyway. But still. So my thought has been this. I am not changing my schedule for Impact Wrestling. I'm still going to be doing them on Fridays. That's it. Fridays is always going to be Impact until they change the schedule or until I drop dead. I'm not changing because I do care about Impact, even though a lot of craziness has happened, particularly what's going on with Scarlett Bordeaux and Killer Cross. That's coming up on Friday. I will be talking about it if I don't forget. But SmackDown Live, either I will be doing a Saturday, counting if it's not 3 hours, or Sunday, counting if it's not 3 hours. Because if it goes to 3 hours, that's if it does. I don't know if I'll continue. Because I don't think I'm going to be interested in looking at a 3-hour SmackDown Live, which is at least a 2.5-hour SmackDown Live, without commercials if you replay it. I just don't know. Alright. SmackDown Live. Really? Really? This was dumb. I think that might be what I'm going to say. And I'm going to say this very clearly. As it stands between now to November or October, I'm not going to care about the little good things anymore. I'm seeing the entire product as it is going forward if they change it. I will mention what the good things are, but am I going to say that's good for the show? No. Because the overall product is what I'm going to be seeing. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk about is the 24/7 belt introduced on Raw. The hardcore title. You didn't have the balls and Vince. Let's be honest. Vince, instead of just saying, you know what, we're bringing the hardcore title back. We need to make this interesting. No, they're making a 24/7 title, which was a hardcore title. Where you can defend it anytime, anywhere. Crash Holly is back. And he's now called R-Truth. Oh my gosh. Are you serious? I did see a highlight of R-Truth winning that title off of Robert Roode. I saw it on the WWE's YouTube channel. That's all I looked. But I'm stuttering here. Because they're that desperate. I'm repeating it again like I did for Money in the Bank. Desperation on the WWE. They are desperate to get the ratings up. And they decide to bring back the hardcore title as the 24/7 title. And they stick it on R-Truth. Hoping to be like a Crash Holly. If this wasn't because of AEW, and this wasn't because of the Fox acquisition of SmackDown, and if it wasn't because they're about to go to Jeddah and do Super Showdown, if this was something else, and the shows were not bad, this could be interesting, and sticking with R-Truth and Carmella would be funny. If they did it right. Like I said months upon months ago when it came to the US title, give the title to R-Truth with Carmella, give them prominent time to do funny skits. It could get over. It could get over. That's what I wanted with R-Truth with the US title. No. Now they stick R-Truth for the moment with the hardcore title, renamed the 24/7 title. And it looks funny. But does that help the show? No. At this point, you introduce a new title that's supposed to give some type of buzz. And you're so freaking desperate to get it over, you stick it on the most funniest person that you got. Other than the New Day, you stick it on R-Truth and stick Carmella with him, which makes sense, and I don't care. As much as I do like R-Truth with Carmella, as much as I like looking at Carmella because she's a damn good looking woman with a great amount of boobs, and she's with Corey Graves, who I would kick the ass of because he's stupid for messing over his wife. I don't care. You could consider it funny. But at this point in the game, funny's not going to get the ratings up. It just isn't. And let's keep going from there. Carmella, and let me see, where was that match? Carmella versus Mandy Rose, which kind of falls into the 24/7 title. Carmella tries, let me wind it back a little. Carmella's looking for R-Truth because she knows about the 24/7 belt being around his waist. She's looking for him, and then she finds him wearing a blonde freaking wig. Well, I guess what other people have been saying is true. If you're blonde with some pasties and some big boobs, they care about you. Because they didn't need to put him in a blondish wig. They could have used a black-haired wig because he's black-skinned. It might work. Nope. They make him a blonde. Then she tries to duty him up and give him a bra to put on that's way oversized for the shirt he's wearing. And no damn... Well, let's be honest. The guy's got no breasts. He needed to have a push-up bra that has some type of filler in it to make him look like he got boobs. And he didn't even have that. He had a big-ass bra that probably came from Dana Brooke. No offense, Dana, I love you, but you got big boobs. Then they go to the ring together, which if he was really trying to hide it, which he was not on purpose, because the WWE and Vince is desperate, they have him come to the ring with the damn title. The match just looked dumb, particularly that Carmella's not limping, because if she was really hurt, she would be limping a bit, and she's not, which made what happened to Money in the Bank so strange, weird, and stupid. And then everyone was hunting after R-Truth. R-Truth takes Carmella on his back, runs out of the arena, which was easily could have been entertaining if this situation with the WWE with such low ratings wasn't garbage. He beats up on Apollo Crews. He beats up on the B team. I think he even had a chance that, I don't even remember if Apollo Crews even interacted with him. I just don't remember. He just chased him. In the end, he did not get pinned and he disappears. Now, let's do the tag match between the tag, well, not the tag champs, but the... I'm going to be honest here. When I look at Lacey Evans, I look at Charlotte. I'm going to be honest. I don't care that much about Lacey Evans at all because of her booking being so bad. I don't care about Charlotte because of her booking, her bad ring work, and acting like her father when she can't. I look at them, you know what I think? WWE Tag Team Champions. I'm saying it now. The Heavenly Blondes. Why not? Put the freaking titles on Lacey Evans and Charlotte Flair. They're going to be floating in between both shows anyway. Just do it. They're going to be sponsoring Lacey Evans. They're going to be sponsoring Charlotte. Put the damn titles from the Iconics onto Lacey Evans, onto Charlotte, call them the Heavenly Bodies, and just end it. Why not? Now, Becky and Bayley were there. Becky and her had a little bit of an exchange. Becky's saying, you know, once this situation's over, I'm coming for my title. Because she didn't say this, but you saying, well, you want to be Becky Two Belts? That's what Becky was. She's thinking, well, I want to be Becky Two Belts again. You see, I'm kind of botching because this just... It wasn't necessary to hear Bayley say she wants to be two belts and Becky wants to get the two belts back. This does not need to be happening. Smackdown should be dealing with its own title. Raw should be doing its own title. Seeing this shouldn't have been happening. And then seeing this match, I didn't care about it. But I will say again, having both, I dare in my face, Charlotte and Lacey Evans should be women's tag team champions. WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Heavenly Bodies, someone who's got Twitter, hashtag that. Charlotte, Lacey Evans, WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. I'm just saying it, not because I like them both, but because they just have the look that would work. Let's move on. This show really got on my nerves. Mustafa Ali versus Andrade Cien Almas. What was that? If I heard Todd Phillips correctly, I could be wrong. He said at Super Showdown, Finn Balor will become the Demon. Instead of doing it Raw, or SmackDown, or at Royal Rumble, or at the WrestleMania, he's going to become the Demon at Jeddah. He's going to be the Demon at Jeddah for the Prince, because the Prince gave him money. I don't have unfortunately, my editing software doesn't do money like this. If I can figure out the next type of software I could use, maybe KDM Live, because I'm using OpenShot, I could learn and figure out how to have money flying from my hand like this, baby. But you get my point. Finn Balor's going to be the Demon at Super Showdown with Andrade CM Omos. And then, if you're trying to make Andrade look really tough, how come he just jobbed to Mustafa Ali? If I'm wrong, and Mustafa Ali is the one who's doing this, who's going to Super Showdown, then it makes sense. But if it's Andrade CM Omos, if it is Andrade CM Omos, not Mustafa Ali, who is going to Super Showdown to face the Demon, and he just lost, was dumb. This show was dumb, and I'm going to probably say this throughout the entire thing. This show is dumb. Next, let's see here. I want to get this done. Elias versus, I got to say it now, Elias versus Roman Reigns. I didn't care about this match. I feel sorry for Elias because, as I said before, Elias has been buried, and he's going to keep being buried by Roman Reigns until they say, well, we have done all we needed to do. We did what we needed with him, and we're just going to move on. It just hurts me to see Elias, who is entertaining as hell with that guitar, get his ass handed to him so quickly at, I can't even say the pay-per-view. I don't even want to talk about it. But then here, he has a very semi-short match, and most of it was taken up by commercials because the WWE needs commercials because it's so low, and they got to make up that money. And you had Shane McMahon do everything he could to help him, and he still got his ass handed to him, and it took another guy who's probably next in line to get destroyed by Roman Reigns, a Drew McIntyre, who has more accolades than a Roman Reigns. He saves him after he loses his match. Really, I didn't care. I didn't care. And this is where the entire thing, and let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything, because I'm sure I'm forgetting something. I am totally sure I'm forgetting something. One, I do want to say it hurts my heart to hear that Ashley had died. She used to be a WWE wrestler, and she was a champion at one point. I never was fond of the rings in the mouth, but I thought that she wasn't a bad worker. Doesn't mean she was good either. But it hurts me to know that someone who's younger than me, 39 years old, is now gone. Because of possible depression, I think. I think she died because, I know she died of suicide, and I think it was connected to depression. And someone like me who knows what it's like to have depression, have mild depression with anxiety. And I say to anyone that has it, like me, get help. Always have someone to talk to. It's not easy for me, but I always make sure I talk with someone, or at least let people know what's going on with me, so I can at least have someone understand me. But it hurts to know she's gone. Now, let's do this. Let's get it over with. Kobe versus Sami Zayn. The match itself doesn't really matter. It was before the match, and it was after the match that all that matters. Opening of the show, you got Kobe, you got Xavier Woods, and then some guy posing as Big E because they said Big E's coming back. Big E is here, and some guy with really ashy knees comes back. Really? You couldn't just bring Big E out. You had to bring the guy out under what was it? A tablecloth? Really? Then you bring out Big E with a big pop. Everyone loved seeing him again. Then you got Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens coming out. Angry. Kevin doesn't say a word, and it's Sami who speaks. And let's make this simple. Seeing that Kevin Owens walks away angry just doesn't really feel like it was important. At least until the match between Kobe and Sami Zayn, when Big E supposedly was attacked with his knee brace on, mind you. and supposedly went to a hospital. And then you see Kofi come out pissed off, angry, not playing around, not skipping, not hopping, just walks out angry. And this is what I wish he would do a little bit more often. Yes, he's a New Day member that likes to be positive, but there are more than a few moments that I want to see him just angry. Even with Xavier Woods by his side and now Biggie being back, I want to see him just show more anger. And they have to try and rein him in more and more to try and keep him calm. And then he gets angry, but then when people come out and really piss him off, and they see that he is enraged, that he is really into this, he's become passionate, I think that would give him more. He needed that. He needed it. And then the match happened. Kofi wins. Was not surprised. You got Paul Heyman coming out, which was the most stupidest thing. Paul Heyman coming out. Make believing that he's going to say, we are cashing in. You think we're cashing in on you? And then here was the most dumbest thing in two folds. One fold and two fold. First fold, it was in the 1 hour mark. Instead of this being at the end of the show, this was at the 1 hour mark. Then, Dolph Ziggler comes out and not only beats the crap out of a Kofi, he annihilates him. He beats him up. He gets his head into a chair. He rams him into the commentator table. He rams him into the commentator table again. Then, 100%, he stomps on the damn chair, on Kofi's head, on Kofi's neck, on Kofi's head again, and again, and again. Then they had to take Kofi out on a stretcher. And then he gets off the stretcher, walks out. Okay, that shows his first full, complete beatdown, which needed to happen, because sooner or later they do that. But then, which should have been at the end of the show, you have Dolph coming out pretty much saying, and this is weak, mind you, this is weak. I can understand this if Randy Orton came back and he did this. He's the one who would do this. That's what I think would be stronger than a Dolph Ziggler. If it was, I think it would have been better if Randy Orton had done this. Randy Orton would have been more better to do this than a Dolph Ziggler. But being done was the wisest thing to do. But it was so freaking dumb by Dolph Ziggler saying simply, I was home for months. But Kofi managed to win everybody over because of Mustafa Ali getting hurt. And he wins everybody over in the chamber. He wins everybody over in the... He just won everyone over once WrestleMania came. And it should have been me. Really. A lot of people are going to say that this works. No, it doesn't. You know why? One, it's Dolph Ziggler instead of Randall Orton. Randall Keith Orton should have been the one to do this for the simple reason he's got true history with Kofi. Because he wouldn't be happy if somebody that he definitely knows didn't deserve the position he was in before when he faced him back in 2009. Instead of him doing it here, it's Dolph. And then, is at the end of the freaking show? No! It's at the 1 hour mark. They wanted Roman Reigns there. Instead of putting Roman Reigns at the 1 hour mark, you used Kofi at the 1 hour mark, which was stupid. So this show was stupid. I think I'll use that instead of this show was dumb. This show was stupid. Overall, it doesn't matter if there was anything good in it. This show was stupid. And they're trying to build to Super Showdown, which I want to say 100%. When I heard Todd Phillips say Super Showdown, a showdown either rival WrestleMania or exceed it, that shows you how much they don't give a damn about the product and they only care about money because they just smacked everyone in the face. Because if WrestleMania didn't mean anything, they could have foregone WrestleMania and done it there. Yes, I know that would have pissed everybody off even more. But if WrestleMania means nothing, that Super Showdown exceeds everything or matches it, then you could have foregone WrestleMania in April and done it in freaking Jeddah. This is just my point of view. You guys tell me below. Have a good day. Have a good night. Peace.